Be strong. Be courageous. Fear not, for I am with thee. Now that's got to fit for some of y'all today. Because there's some things that you're facing. There's some things that you're concerned about. There's some situations and some circumstances that have become problematic for you, and it caused you to have some concern and some worration. I know without a shadow of a doubt that you're still dealing with this whole humanity thing, but don't let the humanity thing override your spirituality, your connection with God, knowing that if God is with you, the writer says in the New Testament, if God be for us, who can be against us? Who is mightier than God? The psalmist says, great is the Lord and greatly to be praised, way down in the city of our soul. When psalmist says, my soul make a boast of the Lord, you can boast about who he is and how great he is. And the fact that he's never, ever, would you tell somebody he's never failed me yet? A perpetual promise says you'll never be alone, for I'm going to be with you always. It's perpetual. It'll never ever not cease. It will never ever not be. It's ceaseless because there's no end to God. There's no end to God. Apostle Evans will tell us at times when God is moving in our midst, there's no end to this. You just gonna have to bring it in. Somebody sit her down, sit him down. Musicians, y'all stop playing. There's no end to it. The more you praise him, the more he'll show up. The more you bless him, the more he'll bless you back. He inhabits the praises of his people. He speaks to them in Isaiah 43 and says, when you pass, listen, he reminds Israel, when you pass through the waters, I'll be with you. Okay. When you pass through the rivers, they will not overflow you. He's speaking about the fact that he's already delivered them and showed them who he is and what he's done. But somehow or another they forget, like we forget what God has already done. We forget what he said. We forget the promises that he's made. But his promise is perpetual. If he said it once, it lasts forever. As long as you exist, that promise will keep. If the promise is about you and yours, I will bless you. I will bless your seed and your seed. See, come on, that's the promise that he made. And if that's the promise that he made, you ain't got to worry. Your seed, when you tell somebody, if you got seed, it's going to be blessed. I know right now it may not be in a position where it looks like they're going to be, but tell somebody any day now that could change. Because God's timing is not the same as our timing. You have no idea when God's going to do what he promised to do or how he's going to do it. The only thing he asks you to do is to have faith. When do you have to have faith? Now. Now faith is. Now. Tell somebody, you got to believe right now that change is going to come. You got to believe that God's still going to save your child. That God's still going to deliver your children. That is going to deliver them from whatever that got them caught up in bondage. You cannot give up on what God said. You cannot let go of God's promise. It's perpetual.